Hi, this is Cindy Dell. This is a short tutorial on how to catch your floats when doing color work. And I like to catch my floats I can go 5 stitches without catching. And if I'm catching a float in a sequence of like 7, like this one, I usually go 3 or 4 stitches and then catch my float and then knit on. So I'll show you what I mean. Okay. So I'll move my chart. Sorry. Okay, you can see here I've got some of the color work done. And this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stitch. And I don't want my floats to be too long. You can see right here, this is where I caught my float. So there's no white stitch there, but it is caught on the back. Okay? So I'm just going to show you how I do that. Again, remember to hold the dominant thread, the dominant color in your left hand, and the main color in your right hand. And that makes sure that you can always keep your dominant thread going underneath this one, the main color when you strand. So where I'm in the chart, okay, now I'm going to knit over the top of this white. My pattern says that I have 7 blue stitches. So remember, I'm going to stretch this out a little bit so that it doesn't pucker. I'm going to knit 1, 2, and you can kind of see what I'm doing with my left hand. I'm just holding it here. Knit. That's 3. Here's where I'm going to catch the float. So the float is the white thread, the white yarn. I'm going to put my yarn over the needle, the right hand needle, as if to knit, put my left color over, and then I'm going to unwind the white and pull that blue stitch through. 1, 2, 3, and the last stitch. You can see here how I caught my float. So I have 3 stitches here. This is where I caught my float, and then 3 stitches here. Then I'm going to work the pattern as it states. Oops. I'll show you one more time. Okay, I'm going to knit 3. I'm going to stretch that out a little bit so that this strand isn't too close. You're going to stretch it out so that it's nice and loose, lots of slack. You can do this, I'm doing it on the 4th stitch. You can do it on the 3rd or the 5th. I like it because it's right in the middle. Loosely wrap your yarn around your needle. Take your contrast color, the one that you're actually going to want to be on the stitch, and wrap it around as if to knit. and then unwind that first yarn. And there's your stitch, the blue stitch. Okay, I'm going to knit this forward again, just to show you there's the float. You can see this is nice and loose. It's not going to pucker. I'm going to switch my hands and show you how to do it if the opposite, the other way, switching colors, because it just depends on which color you're going to be knitting with. So I'm actually going to be switching and pretend that the white thread is my dominant color. Okay, grab on. Okay, I'm going to knit 3. Here's where I want to catch my float. So I'm going to put my right hand needle into the stitch and pull this color from my right hand over, knit the stitch, and then keep that in the back, and then knit 3. 1, 2, 3. And there it's the same. There's where your stitch is caught right there. I'm going to go through that again one more time. This is the color work according to the pattern. Oops. Okay. All right, I've got one color in the right hand, the color I'm going to actually knit with in my right hand. So I'm going to knit 1, 2, 3. I'm not going to knit with my white, but I am going to catch my float. I'm going to stick my needle, my right needle through the stitch, bring the stitch around so it's out of the way, knit it, move the stitch back, and that's all there is to it. And there the stitch is caught. So that's how you catch your stitches. So as you can see, what I do when I have one yarn, one color in one hand and one in the other, it takes some practice and kind of getting used to. I keep my my finger pretty close. Other people have it out like that, and that's fine too. I just like to keep it close because then it just helps me with my tension. Everyone is different, so you do it the way you like, whatever feels comfortable to you. So I'm going to knit, and then I'm just going to come up here and pick up that loop from my finger. Around. If you're already a continental knitter, this will be easy. It's this part that will be harder. What I like to do is hold on with my finger and thumb, just hold on to my needles and my stitches, wrap my yarn, pull it through. And that's all there is to that. All right, I hope that's helpful.